Hello everyone, change is one of the most powerful forces in life, yet it is also one of the hardest things to achieve, whether in organizations, in communities, or in our personal lives. Many people talk about change as if it is simply a matter of making decisions or setting goals. But true change is not just about rules, systems, or commands. Real, lasting change is about shifting hearts, inspiring minds, and creating a sense of purpose strong enough that people willingly take the journey. Most people resist change not because they don't see its value, but because they fear the uncertainty that comes with it. Human beings crave stability. We like the familiar even when the familiar is not good for us. Think about someone who stays in a job that drains them or a relationship that hurts them simply because the unknown feels scarier than the pain they already know. That's why the first step to creating change is not forcing people to move forward, but helping them believe that moving forward is worth it. Change begins with clarity of why. If people don't understand why something must change, they will resist, fight, or ignore it. Leaders who inspire change don't begin with detailed instructions or long strategies. They begin with vision. They paint a picture of what could be and explain why staying where we are is no longer an option. When the why is clear, the how becomes easier to follow. For example, imagine a workplace where technology is outdated and processes are painfully slow. Simply telling employees to use this new system will only frustrate them. But if someone explains, we are adopting this new system because it will save you hours of manual work every week, freeing you to focus on creative and meaningful tasks, suddenly the change doesn't feel like a burden. It feels like an opportunity. The second step is consistency. Change does not happen overnight, and it certainly doesn't happen because of one inspiring speech. People need to see commitment over time. They need proof that the change is not just a passing trend or a moment of excitement, but a serious direction. Every action, decision, and communication must align with the new vision. When words and actions don't match, trust is broken, and change collapses. Consistency also means patience. Many leaders expect transformation too quickly. They roll out new initiatives and want instant results. But change takes time because it involves people. And people take time to let go of old habits and adopt new ones. Think of it like planting a tree. You can water it, nurture it, and protect it, but you cannot force it to grow faster than nature allows. What you can do is create the right conditions for growth. That's what consistency and change is about, providing the right environment for people to adapt and thrive. The third key to creating change is participation. People don't support what they are forced into. They support what they are part of. Too often, change is delivered top-down, rules come from above, and everyone is expected to follow. But when people feel excluded from the process, they resist, even if the change benefits them. True change happens when people feel like it's theirs. That means listening, involving, and allowing others to contribute ideas. Consider a company that wants to introduce flexible working hours. If the decision is made secretly by management and suddenly announced, employees might panic, wondering if it will disrupt their lives. But if employees are invited to share their thoughts, express their concerns, and help shape the policy, they will not only accept it, they will champion it. Because now the change doesn't belong to management alone. It belongs to everyone. The fourth step is courage. Change is often uncomfortable and it always invites criticism. There will always be people who want to cling to the past or attack new ideas simply because they are new. That is why creating change requires the courage to face resistance without giving up. Courage does not mean ignoring fears or pretending the road is easy. It means moving forward despite the fear, despite the noise, because the vision is more important than comfort. Courage is also contagious. When people see one person stand firmly for a new future, others feel braver too. Imagine a classroom where everyone is afraid to speak, and then one student raises their hand. Suddenly, others find the courage to do the same. That's how courage works in change. It starts small, but it spreads. Finally, change is sustained through belief. Belief is what transforms an idea into a movement. It's the quiet but powerful conviction that the new way is better, that the struggle is worth it, that the future is brighter. Belief is not taught through facts alone. It is felt through stories, through shared experiences, through proof that the vision is real. If you want to create change, never underestimate the power of small victories. Every little win builds belief. Every person who experiences the benefit of the change becomes a voice that inspires others. A small group of believers can spark an unstoppable wave. History has shown this again and again, whether in social justice, in science, or in technology. Change always begins with a few who believe strongly enough to keep going when others doubt. So, how do we create change? We start with clarity of why. We continue with consistency of action. We invite participation, giving people a sense of ownership. We show courage even when resistance comes. And we nurture belief, knowing that it will spread until the vision becomes reality. Change is never easy. But then again, nothing worthwhile ever is. Change is about building something greater than ourselves. It's about daring to imagine a better future and taking the hard steps to make it real. And when we do, we not only transform systems, organizations, or communities, we transform ourselves. Because the truth is, change doesn't begin out there. It begins here with us, in the choices we make, in the courage we show, and the belief we carry. And when enough of us step forward together, change is no longer just possible. It becomes inevitable. Change does not start with governments, big organizations, or even the loudest voices in the room. It starts with one person who dares to imagine something better and takes the first step. When that one step is followed by another, and then another, momentum builds. What feels impossible begins to feel inevitable. So if you are waiting for the perfect moment to create change, stop waiting. The perfect moment does not exist. What exists is this moment right now and the decision you make in it. Choose to move forward. Choose to stand for something better. Choose to begin the change you wish to see. Because the truth is, every great movement in history started not with certainty, but with courage. And maybe today that courage is waiting inside you.